Good morning, beloveds. So yesterday I called Foster when I came into the room and asked him if he wanted to do the live stream with me, and he did. And so this morning I thought, I'll try it again. So I stepped into the hallway and I hollered at Foster, and he came jogging down the hallway and is sitting on the couch with me. Whether or not he'll put on an appearance on the camera, I don't know. But yeah. Nobody's hanging out in this room right now, but the fact that 2 days in a row I've called Foster and he's come running to do the live stream with me it's been interesting. Yeah. There's a food dish, there's a water dish, there's a litter box, and nobody's touching anything in here. They grieve in their own way. Okay, it is August 8th. Our title is act as if. Act as if. I'm going to try and do this. I'm still trying to figure out where my reading is. Okay. Act as if. If thou canst believe, all things are possible to them that believeth. And that is Mark 9:23. Whoop! And there it went. Another part of the book bites the dust. All right, I'll get that in a minute. You're making a little bit of an appearance, huh? Just a little bit, right there in the corner. Ooh, you might have gotten to see his pretty green eyes, huh? Okay, the second quote is, within us is the unborn possibility of limitless experience. Ours is the privilege of giving birth to it. And that is from Science of Mind, page 161. Okay. All of us desire to prosper. We want to enjoy harmonious relationships and achieve worthy goals. In order to make these desires a reality, we must act, think, and feel as though they have already happened. Ernest Holmes has this to say: the Spirit can do for us only what it can do through us. Unless we are able to provide the consciousness, it cannot make the gift. Every good has been placed within our heart by the Christ, which lives within each of us. Everything we need is already ours, but we can only claim as much as we are able to believe we deserve. We express at the level of our consciousness. We grow into our dream, knowing that we deserve it. Do not worry if the dream is not immediately realized. Setbacks are a normal part of the process of achieving any goal. Let us mentally accept as already established that which we would like to experience in life, allowing divine wisdom within us to guide us towards worthy goals. And let us know that our acceptance does produce definite results. And then SB. I think that's Shirley Briggs. I take charge of my life now. I pray, meditate, speak affirmatively, and I act as though my goal has already manifested in my life. I let go and let God bring forth the idea into physical form. My dreams are my goals, and my goals are my life. I am living my dreams. And that is SB. Like I said, I'm pretty sure that's Shirley Briggs. I still have a part of the book on the floor that I have to catch. So, yes, Shirley Briggs. So the act as if is a huge part of Science of Mind. Because one of the things that we do believe is that it already exists in the mind of God. It already exists in the mind of God. What it's going to take is time and effort on our part to bring it into the material realm. Because the quote from Ernest Holmes is, God can only do for us what God can do through us. It doesn't mean that we have to do absolutely everything in the steps of bringing our dreams into fruition. Frequently, some of that is outsourced to other people in our lives. But they don't know that we want things unless we tell them. So it's still through us. And so we act as if it's already happened. And we can do that because we know, and Shirley said in here, all good things are in us because of the Christ that lives within us. So all the good that we want is put there by the Christ, which means it already exists in the mind of God. And if that goes a long way to helping you figure out, how to believe that it already exists, that's what I always do for me, for myself, is I believe it already exists in the mind of God. Anything that is good. And remember, the definition of good is that it benefits as many people as possible, but if it only benefits one, that's okay. It's absolutely okay. But it harms no one. Okay? That kind of good already exists and always exists in God. And do you know why? Because God is not bound by time nor space. He's been on that quote lately about God being a circle who exists everywhere, but whose circumference is nowhere. God exists at every single point in space and time, in full, all of the time. Because God is not bound by time and space. And loosely, we are not bound by time and space. We are simply bound by time and space in this material form. We have chosen to take on this form for the reasons, mostly to have experiences that God couldn't have without us. So, we're loosely bound by time and space. But that's why we talk about treat and move your feet. And that's why we talk about act as if. It's like your good already exists in the mind of God. What do you need to do to bring it into form? It doesn't mean that every single part of it is yours to do, but you are the channel. And it is your actions that will kick things into motion, that will domino around you to bring it into your life. So it is, act as if, because it already exists, and then in the mind of God. And that really honestly is the best gift that I can give you. Your good, whatever good it is that you want, already exists in the mind of God. All right. I'm trying to get used to doing this without them. But then it's just easier when I go back. All right. All right. Let me double check. If thou canst believe, all things are possible to them that believeth. And that's it. That's really where it starts. It's like, how much can you believe? How big is your cup of acceptance? If your cup of acceptance is not that big, that's a good place to start working on it. And then within the unborn possibility of limitless experience, ours is the privilege to give birth to it. We are the channel. We are absolutely the channel. And she's right. All of us desire to prosper. Most of what's done in this world is done because somebody's trying to get their good. Sometimes people go about it the wrong way. And that's why we always want to check ourselves on our good and go, all right, who does this benefit? Is there a possibility that it harms anybody? And if there's a possibility that it harms anybody, how can I do it so that I can get my good and not harm anybody? All right. In order to make these desires a reality, we must act, think, and feel as though they have already happened. Act as if. And she quoted Ernest Holmes a couple of times in here. The Spirit can do for us only what it can do through us. Unless we are able to provide the consciousness, it cannot make the gift. Which is why I like to say, of course, the good already exists. It exists in the mind of God. And now, because I know it exists in the mind of God, I am ready to accept it. Therefore, since I'm ready to accept it, I'm going to signal my acceptance by asking for it. And then I'm going to listen for all of the guidance of all of the things that I need to do to bring it into my material experience. Right? Right? Yep. You're just going to stretch into that scritch, aren't you? He's acting as if he's getting scritched. Oh, you are such a pretty boy. He is a very pretty boy. All right. So, every good desire has been placed within our heart by the Christ which lives within each one of us. That was the quote that I was talking about. Everything we need is already ours, but we can only claim as much as we are able to believe we deserve. All right. And a lot of us work on worthiness issues. A lot of us do. A lot of us do. And it's an ongoing thing. It's like we can get to a certain level, and then we have to stop, and we have to live at that level for a little bit, and then we can look at that level and go, well, you know what? No, I am a spiritual, I am a spiritual being having human experience, and I deserve good, and I deserve more good. And notice I'm saying more good. I'm not saying more stuff, because most of us don't need more stuff, but good, we can all use more good. And that looks like relationships and events and, love and, and sometimes it looks like stuff. Sometimes it's time to upgrade our stuff. Okay. We express at the level of our consciousness, we grow into our dreams, knowing that we deserve it. And then I like that she says, do not worry if a dream is not immediately realized. Setbacks are a normal part of the process of achieving any goals. At which point we just reset, regroup, and, take all the information we learned, because that's the value of a setback is we're going to learn something and we'll do better next time. So the mission today, should we choose to accept it, is to let us mentally accept already established, that it is already established, what we would like to experience, and allow that divine wisdom within us to get us there. So that is the mission, to mentally accept that it already exists, because it does. It exists in the mind of God. That is the mission, should we choose to accept it. And then the same, I offer you the same spiritual practice that I offer you every day, which is to do something loving for yourself, do something kind for yourself, do something compassionate for yourself, whatever it looks like. Drink a cup of coffee and involve all 5 of your senses. Really enjoy that cup of coffee. We happened to have a fantastic bike ride this morning because it was a little cooler. It's August. We are in the dog days of summer, but there's been thunderstorms, and that's been keeping things a little cooler. We haven't gotten a whole lot of rain, so if y'all could kick a little bit of rain our way, we'd appreciate it. Our lawns are all crispy. But it's about self-care. You deserve your own love. You deserve your own kindness. You deserve your own compassion. You also deserve to truly enjoy life. Yes, every minute is not going to be wondrous and joyful. That's just life. We're in the process of learning, but we deserve some joy. We deserve a lot of joy. So, by practicing that loving, kind compassion on ourselves, one, we're creating a habit. I'm a big believer in habits, good habits. And we're creating a bank. We're creating a bank, because there are going to be days that we need a little extra. There are going to be days that we're going to meet people who need a little extra. And so if we build up that bank, then when we meet people who need a little extra, we've got some to share. And if when we have some to share, then hopefully they can build up their bank so that they can return the favor. But, that's not what it's about. It isn't. It's about creating a world that works for everybody by practicing love, kindness, and compassion on ourselves. All right. So then all of the usual things stand, which is to do something to engage your mind and your body, whatever that looks like for you. Today it was a bike ride. To drink plenty of water. It is still hot. Drink plenty of water. Hydrate, hydrate, hydrate. Your brain will thank you for it. Get that early in your day bright light to reset those circadian rhythms. Get your hormones going. You'll have more energy during the day, and you'll sleep better at night. It is science. You can look it up. And open the windows of your soul. Allow the breath of heaven to remind you do live in heaven right here, right now. It is all around you all the time. Okay? Because it's a state of mind and a state of consciousness. And if it is that, then that means that you can create it anywhere you are, because you literally carry it within you. I have faith. I have faith in you. All right. You're a beloved child of God in whom God is well pleased and well represented. I have faith. Okay. So catch us on the social medias. We are Creative Life Spiritual Center, Creative Life Spark. I am the running Rev Ryan on and I just lost my mind completely. On the pages that I'm on. And if you want to know what's going on in the center, because we've got some interesting stuff coming up, we got soul sessions and food markets and classes and book studies and all of that going on all the time. And there's some links to some stuff going on at CSL in the home office. So they were doing a summer movie thing that I think Jesse's is tonight on the Da Vinci Code. It's a discussion on the movie. So email info@creativelife.org, and that will get you to the hot links, and the hot links are hot. So, all right, have a great day, an amazing day, a wondrous day, a fantastic day, an amazing day, an enchanting day, a magical day, a fantastical day, a Monday. I like Mondays. A good day. And if that is too much pressure, simply have a day, because you are enough just as you are. As I have said and will continue to say, you are a beloved child of God in whom God is well pleased always and forever. So, take care of yourself. Reverend David should be on around 5 p.m. with you. I will be back with you at 9 a.m. Yeah. So take care of yourself. Know that you're loved. And I will see you next time.